2, 1.
Hi, Rob Commerce here with Commerce Water Company. We're going to go over some basic principles of what hard water is and what a water softener does to actually soften the water. So hard water is essentially dissolved rock mineral in your water that's suspended. So it's calcium, magnesium are the primary hard rock minerals that you see in water or find in water. They carry a positive ion charge, so the water softening process is an ion exchange process. So what's being accomplished inside the softener, you have an ion exchange media, which is a polymer bead that is about half of the contents of this tank. This material has just the opposite negative charge that the hard water minerals do. When they come in contact with the media, the sodium ion is released to the water, the hardness minerals adhere to these beads. And that's really where the salt comes into play. The salt is used to rejuvenate or to regenerate the ion exchange media. The ion exchange media, when in contact with the brine solution, will release the hardness and the sodium ions will adhere to the beads. That hardness solution goes to drain during the regeneration cycle. So how does the mechanical process actually work? Well, in the plumbing, the unit obviously comes into the unit, and internally there is a distributor tube inside the water softener. So that water flows through all surface area of the inner part of the water softener coming in contact with the ion exchange media. Once it passes through that media bed, it is actually softened, so it's an instantaneous process. As quickly as you're running water, that's how quickly the water is being softened. It'll reach the bottom of the tank. At the bottom of the tank there is a layer of gravel. This allows the basket, which is the bottom component to the distributor tube, to freely draw the water up, and up through the distributor tube, that will feed the entire home the softened water. Once that media is saturated with hardness, it's what we call exhausted. The unit has to then go through a regeneration cycle. That is really where the salt comes into play. You will add salt to the brine tank. It is melted into a brine solution. And when the unit goes through the regeneration, there's three basic cycles to the regeneration. First, it goes through a backwashing cycle. That's where the water is first drawn into the unit, goes down the distributor tube, and the water blows the media layer into an upflow motion. It expands it, and this allows for the mineral to have separation so that it can better be cleansed. This also knocks all the debris off the top layer of the sediment that the water softener also filters out. The next phase is that it will go through the brining process. This is known as the brine line or the fill tube. It's really a two-way street. So when the unit draws in the brine, that is being rinsed through the ion exchange resin, again cleaning and regenerating the resin bed. The final stage is what we call the fill stage. So this media has to be recompacted. So water is now drawn back down on top of the bed, which will compact the ion exchange resin. It will also fill the brine tank at that time so it's ready for the next regeneration. So essentially that's how the water softening system works. And there's various ways when the unit decides to go through a regeneration cycle. Your modern unit like this one will monitor your water usage and do so based on your actual need. You can find us on our website at www.commerce.com or give us a call at 763-252-7704. Thank you.